right, this is Natasha Fernandez from China Daily, and I'm sitting here with Tommy Wong, head of electronics group. So, Tommy Wong, tell us, what are the highlights of this year's mobile electronics show? We're right now at phase 2. This is the first day, so walk us through the highlights.
Okay, so basically today we open the second phase of the electronics series we call mobile electronics. This is the largest sourcing event for the mobile sector in the world. We have a 2,800 booth in size, and then we offer tens of thousands of new products to be showcased here for the buyer worldwide. The highlight of this time, basically we see there's a rising of some of the second or the third level brands of China mobile devices, means smartphone manufacturers. They're looking for ways to upgrade themselves in terms of quality as well as the manufacturing process. So other than that, there will be some of the application more from the VR. So I'm glad to have the HTC to support us in the third year to showcase of the newest release of the VR application content for games, for some other applications. The third is about we support for the mobile accessories. We have a Core Galaxy X, basically is supporting the iPods, Apple accessories. So it's a full range of from the cable, from charger, from the headphones, everything. So this is quite a kind of one-stop shops for the buyer worldwide in order to take a glance of what we've been doing. Last but not least, we put a lot of resources into the education for the upcoming technology like AI applications. This is the kind of rising technology in the world, but however, so we need to nurture the market by inviting the IC developer, the kind of telecommunication giants to come to talk to the market from both buy and supply sides in order how to use those kind of technology in order to make use of the daily lives of the hardware products.
Okay, so just again, you mentioned how you educate the market, right? So how does Global Sources actually put together the zones and even like the different pavilions? How do you organize everything and how do you educate the market? And you know, now we're in the first half of 2018. So this is quite a crucial event where you guys put together everything to educate. So what are the essentials you put in through?
So we are kind of also evolving ourselves in the very early stage of the trade show. We just put the booth, so to let the buyer and supplier they sit down in the booth to talk about business. I think sometimes when the market moving along, we see that this is not enough, so that we create some what we call experience zone, and then try to have the buyer and supply side come to an area to see all the product in a glance. The last is we also need some of the technologies coming into Asia. We also try to narrow between the US, Europe, how the technology will be applied into Asia. So we organize some seminar, conference, and in order to educate the, particular on the manufacturing side, how to quickly adopt of those technologies. So we through three different sector, exhibition and conference, experience zone, in order to communicate from both the entire ecosystem of those mobile electronics.
Okay, and back again, you mentioned in the first question that you have a lot of tech giants coming here. So could you tell me how does this show put together the attraction to attract these tech giants from coming? And I know you have visitors from different countries as well. So what brings them together here?
So the tech giants like the Qualcomm, like the Huawei, like the ZTC, the China brands, as well as the China Mobile. They all realize that when they have the new technology in the market, they need to educate not only the technical people, they also need to educate the buyer how they foresee this one, how fast they will apply into their own market. If the market take-up is fast and great, the action for them to source from this particular product is high. At the same time, for the manufacturer here in Asia, they also need to understand, in order to stay competitive, they need to learn what is the most updated technology available for the maybe just the IC, like the components, like the manufacturing process, how they upgrade themselves. So this is very important that those giants need to educate the market. But since when there's only one or two giants to talk about one thing, maybe the force is not that great. But when they have a call on the giants, like I use the 5G as an example, when we have the Qualcomm, when we have the Huawei, we have the ZTC and China Mobile, they're all in the one venue to talk about all this. It means that all the giants are ready to move on to next phase of technology. So buy side, supply side, get ready to to arrive for this big wave. This is something that we want to put onto the market.
Okay, this creates quite the excitement in this technology world, right? And you know, in electronics and mobile devices, accessories, and everything. So it's like the particulars that matter. So could you also tell us, like, when you're apart from like the AR and VR field right now? I know that there's a rise of the 5G, but it's still in process and it's still taking some time. So could you shed some light on that?
So as far as I know, it's because of coming on the 4G to 4.5 to 5G, many of the kind of the adopter, when they invest in this technology, they put a lot of money to invest in your station, transmission station. But in the kind of business point of view, as long as far as the investment has been coming into the kind of investment or return on investment is good enough, fast enough, they will be aggressively put onto more investment on the 5G. But also the other angle is they're also based on what is the kind of counterpart is doing. Right. For example, so if one giant moving very fast, it forces other giants to follow suit. Otherwise, they will lose the market. Yeah. Of course, it's also kind of a balancing act. It depends on how fast of this technology will be in the market, number one. Number two, if I put on the usage of the 5G as well as some of the AI or VR application, I will see that the VR will comprise of the content, comprise of the hardware, comprise of the software, and also most important is the speed of transmitting those information. Let's put a kind of the VR example. If you want to download some, big file or how many megabytes or gigabytes of the files, using the 4 and 4.5G might not be that fast and capable. But when the 5G come into play, it will come in and download it in the minutes. So this was quickly, to put a lot of the convenience for those viewers to see the intended products. Although I think, so when all these type of the content, software, hardware, this is the most easiest, and then as well as the downloading speed all come into play. So we were waiting for the flying of the 5G, AI, even the future IoT, and even the AR, VR business.
Okay, so thank you for telling me about that. And I'm really interested in knowing about the different kind of products that are there at the show. Well, me as an Apple user, I have the notched iPhone. So I know that a lot of different smartphones and mobile phones are trying to, merge this function into their phones as well, like this design. So could you tell me a little bit about that?
Okay. So basically in the show floor we have the different kind of product pavilion. We have the smartphone pavilion. So some of the smartphone manufacturer, they are supplying the top brand or second and third brands in the world already. Yeah. But they also carry their own brand. So these smartphone. Some of them also manufacturing the tablets. This is also built the same line. This is here we have close to 300 to 400 booths for this category. The other one is the very big is about what we call is the device accessories. Okay. Means everything for the support the phone. Basically the case and cover, the protective screen, as well as some of the the power bank. Now we're talking about some of the repair, some stuff, as well as the other is wireless charging, all related to smartphone. And then, but because of this, because of celebrating the iPhone, launching the 10 series, we have one gallery called Galaxy X or Galaxy 10s. So let the also iPhone application products, the buyer for that is going just go for that show. Within an hour, they can quickly understand how this product can be available. The third is regarding for the variables. So all those kind of put on to the hand, your neck, or some others, in order to test your your speed, how many steps you walk, watches,
health and
so health and
wellness,
wellness stuff. So those are the variables. Last but not least, about the wireless, headset, speakers. Those are one of the big category. So we put on this into in the show floor. Last but not least, about the AR VR sections.
Right.
So we also nurture the market, and then waiting for the big wave to come.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Tommy Wong, for being with us and telling me so much about this show. And I'm really excited to see what the next 3 days have for me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.